Hey everybody, welcome back to Ed's Metalworks. We're actually going to do a little metalworking today. I know my last couple of videos haven't had much of that, but anyway, I'll show you what we got going. Just putting some, doing some improvements to an old machine I've had around the shop forever here. So I'll show you what we got going. Come on over here. Look at my mess. This is from my project, but anyway, I got this old Enco round column mill drill. Been a good old girl. Done some heavy work on it here and there. I do have a plan to right here in my building, directly behind this column is a column for the building. I had planned to maybe go from the top of that column and the base and secure it to the wall to give it a little more stability, but so far that hasn't gotten done. But anyway, one thing I didn't like was these gib locks here. They're kind of a pain in the rear. They're bent half the time and don't work half the time. You got to get it just right. But anyway, I made a nice aluminum knob for them. I use this threaded portion and just press this part into the aluminum, and then put a roll pin through there. You can see that. I made a small one. I don't know if you can see that, for underneath here, because I had to clear this portion of the table. So, but both of them seem to lock down by hand that way really good. So we're going to go ahead and make another one of these for this side. And thought I'd bring it along, hack on some aluminum for a while. As you can see, I got a mess over here from doing it, but we'll get around to that. I'll get you set up and we'll start hacking away. Alrighty, I hope you got a good perspective here of what we're doing. I'll look on my camera and make sure, or my phone, make sure you got a good view. Looks pretty good. All right, we got a piece of 2-inch aluminum. I got quite a bit of that, short pieces of that. I don't know where it come from, but first thing we're gonna do, put the steady rest on here to face the end of that. And get us a good center hole. My steady rests don't have any bearings or anything on it, so I don't like running it too long on this aluminum. We'll put a little lubrication on there, but just to get a good center hole and face the end of that off, and that's about all we really need it for. Alrighty. press that this locking screw for the give on that mill. I'll drill it I'll drill this hole 8.5 millimeter, which is a little bit smaller, but 4,000 smaller than this. And then we'll go 3/4 of an inch deep. Now we can take our steady rest out of here. And we can put our live center in the tail stop. Alrighty, turn this tool. Be a little bit of angle on there. Alright. So we want this step part of this handle 3/4 inches long. And then it'll be 3/4 inches in diameter when we're done. So that'll work. Tool is getting a little bit. All right, you kind of see what we're going to do here. I'll probably put you in time lapse until I get this turned down. Alrighty, we got the shoulder turned down 3/4 inch, 3/4 long. This is the knob, and right here is where I'm gonna saw it off. I have no luck parting stuff off on the lathe, so I'm a little gun shy. We're just go ahead and take it out here and put it in the bandsaw and let that saw it off. Then we can put it in the chuck and face this side off and put our knurl on it. Alrighty. Now if you notice this tool I was using, I don't know where it come from. It's Waco Products, W-A-C-O Products. I don't know if you can make that out, but just a piece of spring steel with a hook on the end of it. It makes grabbing them stringers off of there a little easier. I don't have a chip breaker type tool, which would be better, but anyway, I just thought I'd point that out, that little tool that I was using here to grab them stringers off of there. But let's get this out of here and get it in the saw. Oh. I have to set you down here a second. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I used to use WD-40 for a little lubrication on these aluminum parts. It seems to work pretty well. You can buy it in them gallon cans. You can get the bottle and the gallon cans both at Menards. I don't know an exact price. I think the bottle's like empty bottle is $5, and the gallon can at WD-40 is like $30. So 11% off as usual. But I'll bring it back and let's saw it off and we can get it back in the lathe. All right, we got our little knob cut off here. I'll go ahead and face this front part off here, and we'll put some knurling on it then. Oop. Alright, that finished off nice. I'll chamfer these edges a little bit more. Stick the knurling tool on here. This is about all you can do with this knurling tool. It's 2 inches. It's pretty close. All right, I'll drop her down into back gear. Whoop. Here a little lube. Make sure we're clearing everything. Centered over the part. Yeah, we kind of didn't have it very square, but that'll work. That'll work for the girls I go with, they always say. Alrighty, I think we got the lathe work done on our knob here. Yeah, I wish I would have got that over there a little bit. Oh well. Move on to the next phase. All right, next deal is here, we got to drill this 1/8 inch hole. I'm only going to go halfway through it now, and then I'll get my threaded piece put in there, and we'll go all the way through it for an 1/8 inch roll pin. So, of course, we got this center space set already. You got a mark on there. I don't know if you can see that mark, but it's about how deep I want that part to go in that hole line up. So, alrighty. Alright, we're halfway through. Now we'll get everything else halfway through there. Now we'll get everything else ready to go. I gotta knock this pin out of here to get that flag ear thing looking thing off there. So we'll go over to the grinder and knock one edge of that off, and drive it out. Alright, we got one edge of that knocked off of there. Let's see if we can get it in the vise. Take this nut off of here so we can clamp it better in the vise. Alrighty. Get it down there where you can see what's going on. All right, got that little pin knocked out of there. Got the ear off of it. Now we'll, this is kind of rough where they cut that for that slot. I'm gonna stick it in the lathe and run a file on there, kind of smooth that up a little bit. Take it back out of back gear here. I'm not going to clamp on that real hard because I don't want to hurt them threads. Alright, got that smoothed up a little bit. Here's our piece ready to go. All right, we'll go over here. And let's see if we can line this hole up with the 1/8 inch hole we already drilled in here. Looks pretty good. Let's go press it in there. Let's use the vise to give it a press in there. Watch that hole so we can line it up. What? Looks pretty close. All right. Now we'll head us back over to the milling machine and go all the way through with that 1/8 inch hole this time. Get this line back up again. All right. There we go. We got us a hole all the way through there. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah. Go over here. We'll deburr it a little bit. Those little 1/8 inch holes. find us a 1/8 inch roll pin. I got some of them laid out on the bench over here. Dig through and find another 1/8 inch one. That looks like one there. Alrighty. Let's go back over here to the bench. You guys are getting a few miles on today, working in the shop. Alright. See if we can get this roll pin in here. It started straight anyway. Alrighty, there we go. One knob completed. Let's put that nut back on there. What did I do with that nut? Oh well, we'll find it some other time. I don't know why you gotta have a nut on these anyway. You never lock them down. There we go, a pair of gib locks on there. Nice, easy to turn. All right, this machine's done. There's only 3 on this machine, those 2 and the one I pointed out earlier underneath here. This machine here, it's got these kip handles on the front. At least I think that's what they're called. They're kind of an adjustable deal. I think they work okay. These 2 on the side, I gotta come up with something for that. I can't put a knob right there because of this table cross feed lever on there. So we'll have to extend something out here past that. But I gotta build 2 more for that. And we'll have these machines into the 20th century. 21st century? I don't know. Anyway, I got a hell of a mess to clean up here from turning all the aluminum. It was a fun project. Anytime you can work with aluminum, it's kind of fun. Thank you for joining along. Like I said, it was at least a metal. We got to do a little metal work today, though it was aluminum. But it was fun. I've been wanting to do little things like that around the shop for a long time. So anyway, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe and share it with somebody if you will, and we'll catch you at Ed's Metal Works on the next one. Goodbye.